Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be going over the new lion and tiger weapon that I believe is just in my mail right now. It's somewhat new. It actually came out on this Monday, but any of us who, like the 0.5% of us who are level 1000, since we can't gain levels anymore, they have to just give it to us in mail. So anyone who's just level 1000 just got this now. It even just says it right here. If you didn't get it yet, here it is. Sorry for the delay. Hopefully we'll increase the level cap soon. You better. Enjoy. And this should be the weapon, lion and tiger, right? Yep. And there it is. We finally have that. You get it whenever you have 400 blue and 400 yellow on your hero mastery. If you just go under hero and then to mastery, you can see where it says the hero amount. That amount needs to be at least 40 in both blue and yellow. It doesn't include things like guild and other bonuses and kingdoms and stuff like that. It has to be 40 on just your hero bonus. Let's just wait till it comes back up again, and it'll go through this and you can see it directly. Like right here, it has to be at least 40 blue on the hero bonuses for both yellow and blue, and then you'll get that weapon. That's around level 150 to 300ish, you would have that weapon. But if you were a lower level, there is actually another way you could do it. I believe it's still on the specials this week for 2 more days until the event ends. You can get Emperor Corvash, the lion and tiger weapon, which you just got, and a bunch of other good resources, which we'll use for Emperor Corvash for 50 bucks if you want to do it that way. Or you can just do the free method and wait until you get 40 blue and 40 yellow mastery. So let's actually get into this weapon now. It is similar to Kofishi, or whatever that one guy's name is, from Leonis Empire. For 7 mana, he ends up, here he is, for 7 mana, he ends up pulling an enemy to the first place and then stun them. He does that for 7 on blue. Well, this weapon is somewhat similar. If we just go into all, type in lion, that should bring it up. There it is, lion and tiger. It also pulls a troop to first. It deals damage to them, which is something that Kofishi doesn't do, and then stuns them as well. So that part's the same. It pulls and stuns, but it also does damage on top of that. And it's yellow-blue. It does cost 5 mana more, but for the extra bit of damage, it is definitely worth the difference using just your hero with this weapon compared to the common. So let's actually change our class real quick, or let's take distribute, might as well. Because we're going to want to make sure that our class is yellow or blue so we can fully utilize the extra benefits from using it. So we'll just go over to our hero and change that for free, since you can do 1 free change per day. So let's go to, we could do either the knight or priest class. Those are only 2 that are blue or yellow currently. So we will go with the priest, change for free. And let's go into some teams with them now. Let's go straight into PvP. I already have some kind of pre-made. I just need to actually place the hero weapon in it. Yeah, I placed Imperial Jewel for all of them. This is a placeholder. So let's just type in lion and place that right in. Let me also change our perk bonus. We want to make sure we have +2 magic instead of the divine. For the most part, with most of these teams, you'd want the extra magic instead, since you're likely not using 4 divines. But we're going to be showing some teams that you can use with them. First up we have here is something that anyone earlier on in the game who might have this weapon can easily build. It is just a centaur scout. The priest class, preferably you would want the second trait. That is pretty expensive though. You could do it with none. You might want to change the banner to a plus yellow if you do. Then we have hero with lion and tiger, then cyclops, and then boar rider. One thing you might notice is that all 4 of these, or all 3 of these other ones other than the weapon, can hit the first troop. And with lion and tiger, you'll be moving whoever you hit up to the first slot, so it'll work very well with just targeting out whoever you want to right from the start. So let's get into this. We can see there's a Gorgotha there. We'll probably want to use this on something like the Manticore or the Queen map. It won't stun the Manticore, but it will, because he has Impervious, but it will still move him to the first slot, so we can easily kill him at that point. So let's get into this. A Gorgotha up front is going to be a little bit annoying. And I don't see any way we can get mana, or at least yellow mana. I'll probably just have to take blue instead. Yep, looks like it. So we'll take that. No surge, unfortunately.
Mana surge.
And of course he does. I guess I'll just have to fill something else then. Skulls, I'm really just going to ignore. We have a 20% chance to dodge them too, since we have a second trait. Like that. Absolutely no damage from it. So now we got the Surge. We'll be able to do a little bit of board control with this, since we can destroy any row we want. Or never mind, we won't be able to. He just stunned us and mana drained us. I guess a blue Surge will do good. And of course, we still don't get a blue Surge. Gorgoltha's almost up. 1 mana. Very lucky he didn't get all the way up. And it looks like we'll just have to take yellow again. Hopefully it'll surge. That'll fill up at least our Centaur Scout. There we go. Did give it a bunch of reds, but it doesn't use it. It did freeze our Boar Rider, which is actually the most annoying thing it could have froze. Because now that it is frozen, it can't gain an extra turn from that. Because extra turn stops pretty much every single extra turn there is. And if you get a troop frozen that has an extra turn ability, it prevents it from doing an extra turn. So right here, I'm actually going to try finding a row that has 3 blues. Of course there's none, because that would have filled our hero up. So instead, I'm just going to have to take these blues. Hopefully the Gorgoltha cast. Nope, he's going to drain one of us. And he went for the hero. This AI is really going to be annoying to us, it seems. So instead, I'm just going to go for mana right here. This will fill up our Cyclops.
Mana surge.
And a very lucky Cascade. Too bad we didn't need any of that mana. I think I'm going to use the Cyclops. Let's see. It's 14 plus his attack, so that will be enough to kill the Gorgoltha. And of course, Demonic Pact, because the AI just hates us. Let's see. We're still frozen. I'm waiting to use that ability until we're unfrozen so we can actually get the extra turn from it. So until then, let's just destroy this row, get the red, hopefully a surge on them. Yes, okay. At least we got that. Manticore is really good at countering mana, and with that Impervious and that Empowered, it's actually a very, very good troop if you don't have it leveled yet. Event keys give a ton of it this week too if you want to use some on it. And he's about to cast again. Nothing I can really do about it. Luckily, he should hit our Boar Rider, which isn't really going to be that big of a negative for us. So we'll just do that, take that out. Very easy. And yep, it did go for it. It's already disabled pretty much every way. So we'll take these blues, got a surge. We still have yet to be able to cast this new weapon, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm actually going to take these. Oh, no, I'm not. That's a high attack. Wow. Well, we'll get the yellows anyways from taking it. That is a very high attack because he keeps gaining it every single time he casts. He gains amount of attack based on this magic, and then also 2-to-1 ratio based on how much he drains. So a lot of magic there. I'd preferably want to, if I was to use this in a spot where we'd get mana all the way up. Unfortunately, there is none. Let's see. No blues, no green. I guess we'll just take purple here. Got a surge. We have a +1 on the banner too as well. So one more purple match will do it. Or a green surge. Neither of which are anywhere to be seen. But I can destroy the top row to give it full mana. That way it'll actually cast on our Boar Rider again, who's still frozen somehow. So we'll do this. He'll cast that on our Boar Rider. And then we'll take the blues next turn. Yep. Okay. And as long as this is a surge, we're good to go. Okay.
Mana surge.
And plenty of yellow right there. Wow. How much damage are we at? 23. We could kill it right here. We could use the skulls instead, but that's not going to be enough damage. So what I'm going to do right here is just use it down one of these rows that have at least 2 skulls. We have a couple options. I'll use it right here so we can get the brown mana as well. That'll be enough damage to kill him as well as get our Cyclops mana back up. And I would use this on Queen Mab, but she's already exactly where we need her to be. So since this took so long already from extremely bad luck, I guess we'll just kind of keep her there. I think Cyclops will be able to kill it. If so, we'll use it right now. Yeah, that is 39 damage. It's actually exactly enough to kill it.
Mana surge.
And we didn't even get to use it this match. Luckily, I do have 2 more teams to show. Yep, I didn't see that. Gave it 3 skulls and some mana. Or actually, didn't even need the mana.
Mana surge.
But after we cast these two, that should be the match. Let's do a little bit more damage. And we might as well use this weapon at least once. Come on. I was like trying to show this weapon, and that's the first time we're even using it. Wait. Oh, we found a glitch. We found a glitch. New weapon is broken. Confirmed. What in the world even was that? It pulled it to first, and then our attack completely missed it. Yeah, that is a pretty major glitch, which obviously I just got the weapon. I had no clue. So, yeah, that is a little bad. That'll likely be fixed very soon, though. But that is definitely a glitch, if I've ever seen one. We did 0 damage to it because it moved the troop and then did damage to the location where it didn't even exist anymore. Well, let's try this again. Hopefully, it's not as glitchy in the next one. It probably is, though. Let's replace out Imperial Jewel for our Lion weapon. Of course, I'm a big fan of the Famine Death combo. If you guys haven't noticed yet, the Valkyrie Famine Death combo is amazing. Not the quickest thing out there, but it is definitely a lot of fun to use. Very trollish with the double mythic. Let's get into this. The first troop, or the first team that I showed would be more towards, like I said, more people more towards the beginning of the game since it used a common and 2 rares. This one would, of course, be more late game since it uses 2 mythics. And we'll try it again. It might just be a glitch when there's only 1 troop left. Maybe if there's multiple troops left, it will not glitch. So hopefully that is the case. We'll find out for sure this match. I wish I still had the Centaur Scout with us, because if I did, I'd take that yellow and then just take out that row. Instead, I'll just take these yellows. He'll take the skull, or actually a double skull. Or not, he took the wrong skull. He will still get a double skull. I'll let him take it. So let's see if we can get this weapon to work now. Obviously, based on what we're looking at as far as his team, we're going to want to use this on Paladin, because Paladin scales his damage at a 1-to-1 ratio on his armor. And with that high of an armor, we do not want that casting at all. So let's damage him and bring him to front. Okay, that time it did work correctly. Maybe it just only glitches when there's 1 troop left on the enemy team. Hopefully that will be fixed soonish. Yeah, because I know Dust Devil used to have a problem like that. Or actually a lot of things that switch order have a little bit of an error with it. Maybe in the next major update, they'll have that all situated. Hopefully. I'm thinking about which one of these browns to take. The main problem is I don't want to align him up with a extra turn off these purples and yellows. I believe that isn't one. Good. Okay, we just gave ourselves a lot of mana right there.
Mana surge.
Let's see. Okay. Or not as much. I didn't see that yellow right there, but we'll still get quite a bit of mana.
Mana surge.
And we have our Valkyrie up. Could use it on brown. Actually, I think that's really the only thing we can use it on. Yep.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Okay, we got pretty much everything up. We even got a map off it. And now we were able to move the Paladin to the front, and now he has absolutely no armor at all, so I'm not worried the slightest bit of his ability. And now we have mana on literally our entire team. I'll leave that skull there because I'm not too worried about it. And actually, oh no, I'll wait a turn. Let's Death Mark them all. And then we'll use Famine to take out their mana. Oh, I completely left his Browncer. My bad. He'll just take the skulls. And before he casts, let's use this on the biggest threat. I'm mostly worried about this mana drain, so I believe this will be enough damage. Or not. Nowhere near, actually.
Mana surge.
Luckily, we can just get more mana back. It's not going to be that big a deal in this match. Which the Death Marks would trigger. One of them already uncleansed. Gotta be careful about giving him too many more skulls, though. Been giving him a lot, and now anything I give him is going to be pretty much to kill. So we'll take those skulls. We do very little damage. Of course, Priest has very low attack. He does have his ability up, and since I don't have anything that I can directly use on him, I guess we'll just have to kill him with the Lion and Tiger. Okay. Oh, we just got a Death Mark too from Death. The rest of them are uncleansed though, so we'll need to get that back up. Hopefully we'll get a red surge. That'll be Valkyrie. And we do. Gave it a bunch of purple, but of course Divine don't use purples.
Mana surge.
Use it right here on the red. That is our Valkyrie mana, but we need it for death and for our Lion and Tiger. We got some free skulls.
Mana surge.
Let's see if this thing will glitch again. I'm kind of curious. Since this is the test of this weapon, we'll do that. And let's see if this will do no damage to it. Oops, I gave it yellows.
The light of good will shield us from harm.
we just undid it with famine. That's funny. I mean, not famine, with death. We just took off her shield because it does a 2 lifesteal at the beginning of the turn, and since it hit HP, it actually triggered her shield. So let's use this. Let's see if it does nothing or what it does. Okay, it did nothing again. So what I'm getting from this is do not use Lion and Tiger in its current state when there's only one enemy left, or else it'll do nothing, seemingly. So we'll def mark that. Hopefully that will trigger soon, because that's basically our whole damage. All of our damage that we have is basically that. Unless we can get Famine back up. Because we can't use that. That would be a lot of damage, but we can't use it when there's only one troop left at the moment. Let's see. I'm thinking about just taking these skulls and then converting. Oh, she's almost dead. She'll die to something. There we go. We'll just skull her down. Actually, for fun, let's see. She's in the first slot now. Will this kill her? Because it's not going to move her. She's in the slot that she's going to be targeted.
Get ready for this.
Okay, that time it hit. Okay. That's weird. Well, because she was already in the first slot. Because the glitch that's happening right now is it's moving it away, and then it's still targeting the slot that it was in instead of the slot that it is currently in. So now that it was in the first slot that time, it hit it. A little bit buggy, but that should be fixed soonish. Okay, let's go on to the last team. Don't even remember what I did. Oh yeah, we did an all divine because I did want to do it with the priest class. There's the all divine's actually very, very good. The only major counter with it is anything that has instant kills. Why did I type 2? Instant kills and devour. Death mark slightly, but anything that can instantly kill is pretty bad against all divines because all divines tend to get a lot of armor and HP. And since things that instantly kill doesn't just completely ignores that, it's a little bit of a problem. So let's see how this goes. One thing that I'm actually doing with this team, which is a really good combo that you can do with things even not divine teams. You notice we have 2 times damage whenever we do something to undead. But what we can do with Lion and Tiger is we can choose a target who is going to be beneficial to this. So we can just drag an undead up to the front line and then use Archon Statue double skull damage to kill it. So let's see if they even have a undead. Before I do though, I need to switch one perk over to touch since we're using all divines. I need to get the full team bonus. So that will be giving all of our troops 4 armor, 4 life, or a total of 6 armor, 6 life, 1 attack, and 1 magic. So a lot of buffs right there. Let's just see if this team has an undead. They do. So what we're actually going to be doing is targeting Bone Dragon as quick as we can with our Lion and Tiger, and then we'll be able to kill him right off the bat for the most part, especially with Mercy. Mercy will be filling up our Lion and Tiger, and then we'll be able to move him accordingly. Let's see, come on. Nothing I can do on this board. There's no purples or yellows next to each other. I'm going to let it take skulls. It's not too big a deal since we have stone skin as well, and skulls against it will do basically nothing.
Mana surge.
So if we can get another blue surge, we already got our ability up. We won't even need our Mercy coming in to help. And since Mercy can't do anything right now, I might even do that. Let's see. We don't need red. I would take right there, but we don't need it, so it'd just be a waste. But then again, we take red either way we go. Okay, let's take it from here then.
Mana
Good, we got the green. That was what I was hoping for on that one. So right now, what we can do is he'll take those skulls. It's not going to matter too much. What we'll do is just drag up the undead right to the front. And now we'll be able to do 2 times skull damage to it, which means the next skull should actually kill it.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
There we go. And can we get some skulls? Come on. Nope, no skull yet. We could take a yellow and get that ability up. Wouldn't be much use though. Can take this.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Still no skulls. Come on, skulls.
Mana surge.
Let's see. We can drag that down. We don't need the brown mana, but
Surge.
it'll set the board some. We got some sky yellows. Let's see. We can use Paladin right now. That'll be how much damage? That is 61 damage. Is that enough to kill anything useful? Yes it is, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that exactly 61? It looks like it. Let's take out, yep, exactly 61. Took out the Shegra. He's going to be buffing up, not too worried about it. Don't need browns that much. Still no skulls that we can take, which is somewhat messing up with the plan here. Let's see, we're not damaged, so this is only going to do 25. And it'll do to whoever's healthiest. So let's just do that for now. Paladin will kill it, which is Gorgoltha. Let's see. Come on, give us skulls. Give us skulls. There we go. Perfect. Unfortunately, we do lose the extra turn because he does have Frozen Soul. That still triggers. We'll cleanse it right off, though. Or you might. Let's see. Reds. We're not frozen on red, so we can take that. And let's do a Mercy Cast here. See where they fall. That'll give up our Paladin. Plus, we won't be frozen anymore.
Mana surge.
Okay, we just gave them a lot of mana, but not too big a deal. It's actually better that we have Gorgoltha up front there. He's not as big of a threat as Trent since he has a lot more attack. We won't have enough damage to kill out Trent, so what I'm actually going to do is hopefully this will hit him correctly. I want this to damage the Trent. And it doesn't. Okay. Good job, glitches.
Mana surge.
Glitches everywhere now. Okay. Take that. Take that.
Mana surge.
I think I might just leave it to skulls. Use Paladin to take that out. He'll lower. He's actually going to be increasing our attack when he does this. Because we'll hit the Gorgoltha. That'll die. Of course, Demonic Pact, because why not? But now, since he just damaged us, I believe we should get the extra 8 damage for a total of 30, what is that, 33? So let's use that. I believe we're damaged enough that that should, yeah, there's the 33. And he's going to remove even more browns, which isn't that big a deal. We don't need them that much.
Mana surge.
Only thing that uses it is our statue.
Mana surge.
And we definitely want to try getting our Paladin up. Let him take skulls again. With 50% reduction, it's not going to matter too much.
Mana surge.
And we got our Paladin up. We'll be able to kill him with that. And since the Demonic Pack triggered, we'll have to kill that too.
Mana surge.
And as we know already, if we use that on that, it won't be doing damage for some reason. Hopefully that'll be fixed soon, but we might as well just get Paladin right back up since that is the case as of currently.
Mana surge.
We'll just take this and that'll be the match as long as he doesn't hit our Paladin. Good, he didn't hit our Paladin. And that is the match. So yeah, let me know what you think of the Lion and Tiger weapon. Of course, it does have that glitch a little bit, which is a little bit annoying, but at least it still drags them. Just like Kofishi does, or whatever his name is. It would definitely be a strong weapon once they get it working. In its current state, I wouldn't really advise using it for the obvious reason of it might not do its damage. But I pretty much showed you all the instances of when it won't do the damage, in case you do want to use it now. But that will do it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.